Fils delivered the report during the closed-door caucus meeting of the regional leaders that is ending later on Tuesday. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said the regional leaders were encouraged by the report.
Well, we are quite happy that we made some significant progress with Haiti. You know, CARICOM, we had quietly and firmly worked on Haiti. We got the transition arrangement out of the way. We got the council in place, and the Kenyans are on the ground in Haiti, fully supported by the resource base of the Americans and the Canadians. These were things that were not there before, and we literally had to fight our way to that position. The Prime Minister is here, and I think we're in a much better place now, even though there's still a lot of problems there. But it's not as hopeless as it appeared when the gangs were roaming the street.
Haiti has been without an elected head of state since July 7, 2021, when President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated at his private residence overlooking Port-au-Prince. The murder of Moïse and subsequent events led to CARICOM establishing an eminent persons group in a bid to help solve the political and socio-economic situation in Haiti. The group is comprised of former Prime Ministers Dr. Kenny Anthony of St. Lucia, Perry Christie of the Bahamas, and Bruce Golding of Jamaica. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Dr. Raul Gonzalez says the humanitarian situation is very difficult in Haiti.
Remember, you have over half of Haitian population which is vulnerable to the issue of food insecurity, and then they need more police and who to pay for them, and what kind of additional support that CARICOM can give, and the role the council, the Presidential Council, and the Eminent Persons Group would define what role the Eminent Persons Group can play in going forward. The Eminent Persons Group, they've done a fantastic job thus far in mediating and shepherding up this process. They've started the process of having nominations for the Electoral Council. And I believe that the idea which they have in mind is that before the end of next year to have elections in Haiti, which is a lot of progress which has been made.
Prime Minister Rowley said that the caucus had also discussed the crime situation in the Caribbean.
Well, we discussed the legislative response to the criminal challenge, and interestingly, virtually all the territories had the same kind of problem, and we are considering another meeting to deal with focusing on the legislative responses, because it appears as though there are some things which we can and should do, but there are some obstacles in the way which are common to all of us, and therefore the Attorneys General would be looking at them to see how we can interface better with the judiciary and with the national community in dealing with the realities of the crime problem.
Informed sources said that Barbados has offered to host the next regional consultation on crime. On the issue of the implementation of free movement, CARICOM leaders had at one stage indicated that a definitive position would be taken before the Grenada summit. Prime Minister Rowley said it would be discussed before the summit ends. The caucus did not adopt any position on Venezuela, where presidential elections were held on Sunday and President Nicolas Maduro retained power.
There was a brief discussion on it, but it wasn't a conclusive discussion because time was very, very late. We left the caucus after 11 o'clock.
Does that mean CARICOM may not be issuing a statement on one way on Venezuela?
I'm not so sure.
The situation is further compounded by the fact that several of the CARICOM leaders were not present at the summit. Peter Richards reporting for News 5.